This is Hardrocker highlights from the Christensen Hall of Fame here on the campus of the School of Mines, and we are with Shalane Hamp, junior point guard on the Lady Hardrocker basketball team, who has been a 2-year member of the team now. And Shalane, you had an interesting way to arrive at the School of Mines, and it was actually dictated by not you, but somebody else.
Yeah, that was my husband, Larry. He got stationed here in Ellsworth. He went in the Air Force September of 2008, and then we got orders out here to be out here in April 2009. So, and I kind of emailed Coach to see if I could play because I had sat out a year, and she said yeah, and
here you are.
Here I am. So.
Had you heard of Ellsworth before?
No.
Have you heard of South Dakota before?
A lot of people, well actually Larry was supposed to be going to Japan, and someone in his technical education class switched him orders out here, and they didn't want to go anywhere cold. So everyone who looks and says, oh, Rapid City, South Dakota, they're like, San Diego? They think that it's not South Dakota, so yeah.
Was it a transition for you?
Yeah, because we had to pick up everything and move out here in a U-Haul, and it was, I mean, it's a lot different out here, but not too bad. It's been a nice transition.
Let's talk about Shalane and her career. When did you start liking basketball and sports in general as a young little girl?
Well, I started it just dribbling a ball outside my house with my dad, and my mom scheduled me to play basketball with our 3rd and 4th grade youth league tournament or teams. So when I was that age, I had short hair, and they thought I was a little boy, but I was a girl and played ball. And
were you the only girl that was playing, or?
No, we had a 4th grade little all-star team, and we had quite a few, 10 or so, that would play. And not very many played in the league because it was girls and guys, and by the time we got up to 6th and 7th grade, it was split up into girls and a guys league, so separate.
You're from Duncan Falls, Ohio, so tell us exactly where that is.
Well, Duncan Falls, I grew up in Zanesville, but went to school down in Duncan Falls, and Zanesville is about an hour east of Columbus. So that's where my AAU team was out of. So playing 3 sports in high school, soccer. I always played basketball all year round. So after soccer practice, I would head up to Columbus and play an hour of basketball, and I would do that pretty much all year out of season. So.
If you're only an hour from Columbus, I have a feeling that Shalane, there's a certain university there she probably follows. Are you a big Buckeye fan?
Yes, I am. My husband and I watch all the games. And
what happened over at Wisconsin last week?
I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I guess pressure to undefeated teams gets to them sometimes.
You said you're married. Your husband's name is Larry.
Yep.
How long have you been married?
It was 2 years in December, so December 30th is our anniversary. 2 years.
Time just flying by, huh?
Yep.
Talk about your teammates here, how you fit into the team. How about being married and you're with, ladies that are maybe freshmen away from home for the first time? There's got to be a little of a difference there. There's
a little bit of a barrier, but other than, you wake up and you go to school, and then you go to basketball, and outside of basketball and school, you kind of want to spend a little time with your husband, but then, we always have these team bonding activities, so I have to pick and choose on some of them I want to go to, and Coach and the teammates understand, so that I want to spend time with him sometimes, so they don't get really mad about me not coming to some things.
Oh. You do a lot of the ball handling for the team as a point guard, and talk a little bit about the adjustment to college ball after that year off. Did you have did it take you a little while to get back into the groove?
Yes and no. On my year off, I was junior varsity coach for Zanesville High School, which is a prominent high school in Ohio. So my assistant coach in high school got me the job, and I actually played as a player in practice instead of really coaching. So I was kind of like a little practice dummy that, I mean, it was hard to get back into the games because it's such, you know, a year off of games is really hard, but adjustment of practice is not, it wasn't too bad when you stay in shape.
So as we go through this season, you wind down, do you find it that what's been the biggest challenge then for you on this move and playing?
Oh, the biggest challenge I would say is the schooling and playing. When I played at Pikeville, I didn't really even, you don't think two seconds of the schoolwork and you can get it done really fast. And we used to have study tables there, but here they let you do your own studies because it's so, you know, intense. So it's just hard to balance that, you know, hard of schoolwork and college ball and traveling 8 hours or so for trips. I mean, our longest trip was our Florida trip, and that was 8 hours drive on a bus, and that was our vacation trip. So it was a pretty big adjustment with the games being so far away.
Was there any concern when Larry was transferred out here that was there a commitment that he would be out here for a few years, so if you went into your education you wouldn't have to pick up and move?
No, actually he could get orders to PCS anytime. So, but when you're at Ellsworth, you kind of stay at Ellsworth, I guess. You kind of get stuck here for a little bit, unless you want to put on your wish list to go overseas. So it's easy to get out of here if you want to go overseas, but to transfer in the U.S., it's really hard. So hopefully we can stick it out another year and a half and that we don't get any orders. But even so, I'm going to finish my education, even if he's away for a couple months.
What's your major?
Industrial engineering.
Industrial engineering. Shalane Hamp joining us here on Hardrocker Highlights today from the Christensen Hall of Fame.